Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Brittany from Coslit Candle Co. and today I'll be reviewing 16 different fragrance oils. Before I do that though, I wanted to talk a little bit about my last video and how the sound quality was a little choppy. It was driving me nuts, so I ended up going out and getting a microphone, so the sound quality should be a little bit better this time. I ended up having to go all over the place looking for a connector just so I could connect it to my iPhone. But after I ended up finding one, it was smooth sailing and now it's all set. It should be good to go. I tested it earlier, so it should be all set. I originally wanted to record this video with an array of different fragrance oils from different companies. However, I realized there's not a lot out there on Pro Candle Supply, and I actually really like their fragrance oils, so I decided to do this video solely with Pro Candle Supply fragrance oils. I initially didn't like the hot and cold throw on them, but I was mixing them at 175 degrees, around there, in between 175 and 185 degrees. And like I said, I didn't like the hot and cold throw, but after I started testing and playing around a little bit with the temperature, I started dropping it down to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I started mixing them in. And I realized the hot and cold throw is just absolutely incredible, for me and my wax at least. And that's with mixing my own soy and beeswax, and it seems to work really, really well for me. So I decided to do this video today, and hopefully it'll help you guys out there in deciding on your fragrance oils. I think that's really it though, so let's get started. I'm going to start with Cedarwood and Amber. The cedarwood is very, very strong in this one with a little hint of amber, and I definitely love the way they go together. It's very workshoppy. I love the smell of it. It definitely reminds me of wood shop back in high school, and I loved wood shop, so it's definitely one of my favorite scents that I have right now. The next one I wanted to review was Blueberry Pumpkin. It's actually a really, really good fall scent. You smell a lot of cinnamon. The blueberry isn't as dominant as I'd like, but the pumpkin is very dominant, and I'm not really a big pumpkin girl. I know a lot of people kind of shame me a little bit for that, but I'm not big on pumpkin. But if you add a little bit of like blueberry or chocolate to it, I absolutely love it. So I guess I'm not really a plain Jane type of girl. I definitely like extra scents to go along with it. So this is the perfect pumpkin scent. If you're not a pumpkin person but you want a pumpkin in your line, I highly recommend this scent, because it's everyone I've shown it to absolutely loves it. So that's definitely a big plus. The next one I wanted to review was Cupcake, and this is a very warm scent as well. I definitely lean more towards warm scents, and that's kind of bad only because when you're selling candles, you want a large line. You want to be able to have a fruity smell, you want floral, you want warm, you want manly, musky smells. So you want an array of different smells. So leaning more towards the warm scents for me is a little dangerous, but I absolutely love them. And it's a little bit different than what you would normally get for like a birthday cake. It's not that sickly sweet birthday cake smell. It definitely is like just like a regular cake, and I am so excited to test this one out. I haven't tried it yet in a candle, but just in the bottle alone I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's gonna be a good one. I might do a happy birthday candle solely with this scent. So that's definitely something I've been thinking about. The next one I wanted to review was Honeysuckle Jasmine. It's definitely a very popular scent. I think it was on their best sellers. And I've noticed that other places sell a lot of Honeysuckle Jasmines. And it smells exactly like honeysuckle and jasmine. I think the keynotes were just honeysuckle jasmine in it. And it smells exactly like walking through a garden. You're just hit with that scent of floral. So I absolutely love this one. And in a candle, the hot throw seems really, really good. And everyone I've shown this one to always loves it. So it's definitely a scent I'm going to keep around. Another scent I really, really liked was Rainwater. Rainwater, it was actually kind of a surprise to me because there is citrus in it. So when I first smelled it, like the orange lemon, I was actually really, really surprised. There's also lilac, a little bit of honeysuckle in here, and sandalwood. And I really like this scent. It really does smell like it just rained. And if you're anything like me, you love that smell. So I was really, really happy with this one, especially with the citrus in it. I was surprised, but I'm really happy. The next one, Hydrangea. It was also on their best sellers list. I know that they use this one in their love. They use notes of hydrangea in their love spell. So I wanted to try Hydrangea first, see if I liked it. And it's definitely not as strong as I'd like it to be, but it is still very, very pretty. It's very floral. The next one I wanted to review was Blue Spruce. I did all of my testers with this one, and it was definitely one of the most popular scents I brought home. You get the spruce and a lot of pine. It's very mossy, I think. But I absolutely love the smell. It's very, very musky. It's definitely a woodsier smell. And if you really like to hike, I think this would be a perfect candle for you, just because it reminds me of like being out in the mountains and hiking and all of that stuff. So if you like woodsy smells, I highly recommend the Blue Spruce. And this is the one I started doing the 165 degree Fahrenheit mixing point, and it started to really throw very, very well. I absolutely love this smell, and I'm definitely going to be getting it again. So that's something to look forward to. I think I want to put it in my line just because it was so popular with my family, and my dad loves it, which is honestly pretty cool because he hasn't really been big on candles my whole life. So for him to say he likes the smell is actually really, really big. So the next one, Plumeria, if I'm saying that right, I probably am not. Sorry if I'm not. And I think this one's the sweetest floral one I got. It's very, very sweet. The scent hits you right off. And I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of soap. Not in a bad way, but very clean. It's very fresh. I like this one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in my line just because of how sweet it is. So I have to do a couple tests on this one and see if I like the hot throw with it. The next one is their Lavender, Pro Candle Supplies Lavender. I got an 8-ounce bottle. I used more than half of it. When I was mixing it though, it smelled a lot like something you would use for like to get rid of mosquitoes. Not that that's a bad thing. Obviously, lavender does help get rid of mosquitoes. It helps deter them. But when I was mixing it, I had gotten a couple complaints about the smell in the kitchen. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try other places for lavender just because lavender is my favorite scent. It's hands down my go-to. It's calming, it's relaxing. I use it in lotions, I use it in body butter, stuff like that. Love it in candles. I noticed when the candles burned though, the mosquito-y smell, if that's even a thing, it wasn't really there. So it's really just when you're mixing it that there was really any sort of issue. And I wouldn't even call it an issue. It was just a weird smell, I guess. But like I said, when I burned the candle, it went really well. So I'm still gonna play around with that. And like I said, I want to go to other places just to play around with it. I kind of put all my eggs in the basket with this one. So I think I'm gonna go and expand and search for a couple other lavender smells just to see if I like them more. If not, I'll stick to this one. No big deal. The next one I wanted to review was the red rose, and I think this is gonna be the only one I'm gonna say I don't like. And that's just personal opinion. A lot of people do. It was my niece's favorite. But this has also got another soapy smell to it, but it's a very strong soapy smell to it. You definitely get the rose in there, but not as much as I like. And when burning it, I didn't really like the hot throw. I'm not sure if it was just how I did it or if it was the fragrance oil itself, but I'm just not a huge fan of the red rose. But because my niece likes it so much, I'm gonna keep it around, and I'll make some for her birthday or for her friends or stuff like that, and see how they like it. So yeah, the next one, very vanilla. This scent, I wasn't going to buy a vanilla fragrance oil, but I decided to because it's definitely very versatile and it's easy to mix with other fragrance oils. So I definitely wanted to at least have it on hand so I could have a little versatility with my other fragrance oils. And I was actually really surprised that this wasn't a sickly sweet vanilla. I find that most vanillas are, for me, for my taste personally, I don't like that overpowering sweet smell. And like the birthday cake one, I was very surprised with it and very pleased with the turnout of the vanilla. So I'm going to be playing around a little bit with this one and see what I can do with it. So I'm excited about that. The next fragrance oil I wanted to do was Ocean Rose by Pro Candle Supply, and the last one I did was Red Rose. This is Ocean Rose. It's very similar to Red Rose. It's definitely got that soapy smell, but it definitely has that beach smell to it, that salty beachy smell to it, and it counteracts the soapy smell. I like this one a lot more than the Red Rose, and it's not overpowering. It's very light, which I like, and I'm excited to try this one out in my candles. Alright, the next one, Clean Cotton. I was also pleasantly surprised with the Clean Cotton. I love anything that smells clean. And this reminds me of fresh laundry, something you would get right out of the laundry. So I was really excited about that. It's very clean. It's definitely got a fresh scent to it. So that's a good thing to have in your line. I know a lot of people like fresh scents, especially for things like their bathrooms. so I wanted to do maybe a smaller version. So I only have 3 scents left. This one is Eucalyptus Spearmint, and I didn't like this scent only because I don't like spearmint. My boyfriend absolutely loves this scent, but because I don't like spearmint and because you can smell the spearmint in it, I personally don't like it. And the spearmint isn't even that strong. It's not like overpowering. I think the eucalyptus is definitely more dominant in this, but the spearmint, it definitely opens up your airways. I like that part about it, but other than that, I don't like the scent of spearmint. So personally, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything with this. I might, just because my boyfriend likes it so much, but I think they'll just be for him. The next scent I want to do is Mediterranean Fig. And this is also another one, I do like it, but not as much as I like all of my other scents. It's got a very musky and fruity scent to it, and I do like musky. I'm not really big on fruity. It has to be the right kind of fruity scent for me. I do know fruity is popular though, so I'm going to be adding fruit to my line. I'm just not sure what. I don't think this is going to be it, but it's definitely a very unique smell. So if you're looking for something that you wouldn't normally smell, this is definitely something I would look into. Another one the last one I wanted to do is Autumn Walk. And this one is also another seasonal fragrance, and where the blueberry pumpkin is definitely a sweeter, still warm, but it's got a sweeter smell to it. This one is also a muskier scent, and it's something it does kind of feel like you're out on a walk with this smell. It's got a little citrus in it too, so I was actually really surprised about that. And I personally really like this. Like I said earlier, I don't really like pumpkin, but scents like this I personally love, so I can't wait to get this into my fall line and start selling and see how that sells. So that's really all I have for today. I'm super excited about that mic. I already tested it out and the sound quality is 1,000 times better, so I'm very excited that the sound quality on this video is going to be a lot better. The past couple weeks have been absolutely crazy, just getting ready for my launch, which is actually going to be sooner than I expected, which is really exciting. So I've been getting ready for that, and then I should have my DBA within the week, maybe 2. And I'll do a video about that very soon. So if you liked this content and you want to see more of it, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!